So, different video today. Super excited. Hang on a second. Sorry, wanted to fix the angle. So, I don't generally do unboxings. I have done unboxings, some in the past. Generally, if I do an unboxing, it's over on my TikTok. But for me, at least, this is a very special instance. Not to mention the particular person that sent me this requested I do this, so I wanted to be respectful of that. But not even just that. I wanted to do an unboxing because this is one of those rare special occasions where what I'm reviewing is so cool that it deserves a before and an after video, if that makes sense. So let's try to dig in because I'm trying not to make a 20-minute video. Haven't seen this in a while, the Knife of Doom. Oh wait, they tell you to cut away from yourself too. Yeah, because safety, you know. I don't know. I've been waiting all day for this freaking package. Like, it's one of those ones where you sit at the window and you're like, come on, people. Let me just double check, make sure there's nothing else in here before okay. I didn't think there was, but you never know. I'm trying to hold it in because I ain't got there yet. It's in a giant baggie. It's like some sort of deal that you do in an alleyway. We're not going to talk about that. God. That's freaking ridiculous. Wow. Give me a minute. That's sexy. I'm looking at it first, okay? It's my channel. I'll do what I want. Just, wow. Freaking nuts. Okay. Breathe. Okay. I feel like I'm about to cry. So very rarely do I ever get to review anything custom. Most cases, the stuff I get to review is just a random product that a company wants me to check out. Or if I'm lucky, I'll reach out to a company because they make products that I actually want to try. And they're nice enough to hit me back and send me a sample or something. But very rarely, I don't even think this has ever even happened before, to be perfectly honest. But very rarely do I ever get the opportunity to get something made to review, custom for me. You know, a one of one. And this just so happens to be one of those instances. So I guess I'll get into it because this is about to be a 2-hour video if I don't say. Ghost Krafts. Ghost, like the band that's awesome. And Krafts, but with a K. Ghost Krafts. On Instagram is a leathersmith, amazing wizard of awesomeness. Also a horror nut, not myself. Was kind enough to God, I can't even talk right now. This is gonna be forever video. Okay, so he made me a wallet. All right. Yeah, if you even want to call it that. Like, I feel like this should be in a frame. Like, I don't even want to stick this in my ass. Well, in my butt pocket. Okay, not my, yeah, okay. But yeah, just here. God, so beautiful. Like, I love how he even has like a Halloween logo. Like, that is the coolest thing ever. So, I've never personally had a biker wallet. I've always wanted one. Um, I'm in a few clubs that are kind of similar to MCs, but without the motorcycles. One of which is the Renegade Beard Club. The other is Hellfire Smokers Club, which, I mean, I'm still a member, but I'm not really deep, just because I don't smoke anymore. But I still stay in the club and stay close to everybody because they're brothers. But anyway, I'm in a world where like the biker culture is kind of a thing. We wear cuts and stuff like that for our clubs. We have patches and all that you have to earn, similar to an MC, but we just don't ride motorcycles. Some members do, but it's not a motorcycle club. We've got worldwide members and all that good stuff. Anyway, I've always dug motorcycle wallets for, just aesthetically. I've always wanted one, and I always said if I got one, it would be old school, custom. And I was lucky enough to come across this fine fellow on Instagram, and Lord, photos did not do it justice. So I guess I'll get into the wallet before I stare at it for another hour. Um, I wanted something that was partly me, partly club, partly just things I loved. So if you don't know, for the people that don't watch all my videos, so they actually didn't pay attention, I'm a haunter. What that is basically I dress up in costumes and work at haunted houses, but I do it for a living. I'm not one of those people that put on a Walmart costume and volunteer a couple weekends in October. I'm one of those people that custom make everything I do everything movie quality, and do such a good job at it that I do it to pay my bills. Um, I do it probably 6 to 8 months out of the year versus most people that do it like maybe a month out of the year. I give it to conventions, events, haunted houses, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, being that I do that, in the clubs that I'm in, my club name is Haunter. So I wanted that on here, and my main character that people know me for, which I won't ever tell you because I'd like to keep the anonymity, but the main character that I do that's kind of world known, his color is purple, which also happens to be my favorite color. I love purple. And then we came up with the idea with bats because yeah, which my wife also thought was really cool that this matched my tattoo. And then on this side, if you're a horror or Halloween fan, you just gotta have a kick-ass jack-o'-lantern. Like, seriously. Not to mention the really old school spider webs that is just kick-ass. Then I wanted something different. I've been getting really into paracord chains because I don't want to give too much information out now because this isn't really the review. This is just more of an unboxing and me being excited. But he generally makes chains for these wallets. And I asked him in the process, I said, well, can you or do you make paracord chains? And he said, yeah, I do that too. And I'm like, oh, and he's like, well, would you rather have that instead of the chain? So for future reference, if you would like this instead of a chain, that's an option. Um, why? Because I don't know if you paid attention. There's white stitching all the way around it, and then the chain is black and white. Those are my Cub colors. Did I say cub? Club? I don't know. Club colors for the Renegade Beard Club. Um, I wanted to try and incorporate that. I'll eventually get red and black, which is the colors for my other club, the Hellfire Smokers Club. But I wanted these just because I felt like this, along with this, would make it pop. Whereas I didn't really see a place to add red that made sense, if that makes any sense. Um, Plus, I also just thought it would stand out the most. You know what I mean? Like that own something, people are going to see that and be like, "Ooh," and then it gives me a good possibility to tell them about Ghost Krafts marketing. But yeah, I'm not going to get into pricing or any of that stuff because I never like to quote prices unless it's like a big name company that their stuff is set in stone. But anytime it's ever anything from like a small company or a small brand where that kind of stuff can change from person to person or month to month, week to week, you know what I mean? I'd hate for someone to see this video and be like, "Oh my god, I want something like that," and then go to him and they get quoted a completely different price. I just don't see that as fair. So I'm not going to. Plus, this is custom leather work, so what he might charge me could differ from what he might charge you because I wanted this and you wanted that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, again, he custom made me a paracord chain, which I've never seen one done quite like this. I really like the way it looks visually. It kind of almost reminds me of, what is it, herringbone? The herringbone pattern. And then I really like how it has like tassels because I feel like over time that's gonna like break in and they're kind of just gonna hang. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Um, yeah, yeah. My club name, Sexiness. Let's open her up. So we got more stitching. What is that? 6? Yeah, 6 card sleeves. Right. A money sleeve, or if you're in the old school stuff, junk or your title for your motorcycle or whatever can go in there. Receipts. Then you got 2 more, which that's probably where I would keep cash. One there, and then a zipper pocket, which I thought this was even cool. I don't know if this is something he does, but when he asked me what I wanted, he gave me the option of what color zipper, and in the process of telling him what color zipper I wanted, I also mentioned what zipper I wanted. I'm picky. I know my stuff, and I wanted a YKK zipper because I'm a Slipknot fan and have Slipknot masks and make costumes and stuff, so I know good zippers. So I don't know if he was going to use a YKK zipper or if that's just because what I said I wanted, but it's got a YKK zipper. But yeah, 2 money slots, a zipper pocket, another slot here, cards, more than plenty, especially these days because I mean I'm going bigger and most people are going smaller. I mean, I've seen dudes literally that are carrying a debit card with like their ID and a rubber band, and I'm like, yeah, give me all of the wallet. I'm sorry, I like the days where a man's wallet was a statement. Like it was a part of you. It wasn't just, oh, I have a wallet. No, it. I hate to say it, but it was a man's purse. You know, you carried your license, your cash, your title, receipts. You know, change, house key. You know what I'm saying? Like all kinds of stuff went in your wallet. Not to mention if people are like, well, you're not in high school or middle school. Why do you need to change? One, I'm in a club. I want to support my club colors. But also, if y'all don't know, like the whole point of this is so you don't lose your wallet. And believe it or not, when you have a wallet this big, you can lose it easier. So, having this hooked to you, if it falls out of your back pocket, you're good. Not to mention, people like to steal stuff if you don't know. So, but generally, the whole point of this is if you ride a motorcycle, if your wallet falls out of your back pocket, you're good because it's still there. But yeah, I'm one of those people, if you couldn't tell, that appreciate the finer things in back in the day, back when things were actually made to last and mattered and kind of told who you were instead of just let me go spend $5 on this piece of crap pleather thing from Walmart because it's $5. This will outlive me, I guarantee it. If you take care of it, it'll outlive you. It's an investment. It's going to be there. This isn't some $10 bison leather wallet from Walmart, which I have. That's what I usually carry. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's not some crap that you have to buy every couple of years because it's falling apart. Like, I'm going to use this. And yes, there's a slight possibility that it's going to mess up because, I mean, it is leather. It has stitching in it. I mean, stuff can, depending on how rough I am, the stitching can come undone. But guess what? I can send it back to Ghostcraft and get it repaired. Yeah, weird concept. Instead of spending more money and getting another one made or going and buying another cheap wallet, I can fix the one I'm carrying. And the longer I carry it, the better it's going to get. Like, look at that freaking detail, man. And that's another reason that I went crazy on the designs, because I wanted to be able to show what this dude can do. When I saw his work on Instagram, I'm just like, I feel like this dude's been making stuff for the biker community for like 40, 50 years. Like, the talent. Keep in mind, this dude's like a kid. Like, I think he might be in his 20s. I mean, I could be wrong. And I say that like I'm old. I'm in my 30s. But I'm just saying, like, this isn't, like, look at this. This isn't like some 60-year-old dude with a beard that wears cut-off t-shirts and drinks Paps. Like, you kind of looking at this, expect this dude to be like an old biker. Where's this dude live? Albuquerque, New Mexico. New Mexico, Mexico. New Mexico is like the other Arizona. I'm not making fun of nobody. I'm just saying, like, I know people that live in New Mexico and they always say it's like the second Arizona. But yeah, I don't know what that means, but that's just what they say. But anyway, just like the style and the craftsmanship and the talent, you would expect this dude to be like some burly old guy that smokes Marlboro Reds. Like, no, this is a kid. Again, I'm not that old, but still, you know what I mean. Like, his talent outweighs his years. Like, I don't know. Like, this dude's an old soul, or he's been around the right people his whole life. I don't know, but like the amount of, like, I could only imagine what this dude's stuff's gonna look like in 30 years. Like, if this is what he's cranking out by hand, because he's not. It's not like he's using stencils. He's got hand carving tools, and this is what he's doing. Like, come on, people. So, to keep this, because it's already at 20 minutes, keep this short, because again, this is just the unboxing. This is the review. I'm going to wear this and use the crap out of it. Since I'm doing an unboxing, generally I would wait like a month or two and do a video. But since I'm doing an unboxing video and going ahead and uploading it, I'll do it longer, because there's no point in just doing a quick review in a couple weeks. So I might wait a couple months and then do the full-on review and give you my thoughts after months of wear. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in it and you're like, dude, it's been 2 or 3 months, why ain't I heard from you? I'm still wearing it. I mean, I'm not gonna stop wearing it, but I'm just saying, like, that's the reason that you haven't seen it. I'm still putting it through its paces. But yeah, if anything leather wise interests you, this dude does anything that you could think of with leather. Even stuff that probably doesn't exist, you could just hit him up and be like, dude, I need a sheath for this. I need a case for this. I mean, dude probably could make you a phone case. Like, I've seen him do lighter sheaths. I think I've belts, maybe guitar straps, like anything leather wise, he's got you. And it's this kind of craftsmanship. Like, seriously, video pictures do not do this thing justice. I have not been this excited for a unboxing slash mail day in probably years, to be perfectly honest. Seriously, dude, thank you. Amazing, amazing work. Makes me almost glad I'm no longer in a reasonably known band, because then I'd have to get them to make me straps. And then I'd have to get a cheaper house and a mortgage and be homeless. We're not going to talk about that. Point being, dude, you have outdone yourself. I mean, like, even I watch people make leather stuff. Like, I didn't see him make this, but like, look at the edges, how smooth they are. I think that's where you take the little wooden thing and you throw some glue in there and you. But seriously, like, this thing is probably waterproof. I mean, it's leather, but like how well it's made, it, it's just so old school. Like, thank you. Seriously, check this dude out. Ghost Krafts. One word, ghost. Second word, Krafts, with a K, not a C, but with a K. Check him out on Instagram. Once I post this video and you're watching it, if you want to find him, go to my Instagram page and I will have a picture of like a screenshot of this video. And you can then click on that video or click, you know how Instagram is, and you tag people, the little dot at the bottom. You'll be able to find him from there if you can't find him for some reason. But yeah, amazing dude. Seriously, thank you. Next video. I hear noises in the woods. It's not creeping me out at all. What's creeping me out is it's during the day and I'm in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm not as creeped out when it's night because that makes sense. But when you hear stuff falling and creaking and like footsteps in the day and the woods is right there, not to mention it's there, and behind me. And I'm just curious of what's going to come out. I know, I'm still recording. Leave me alone. But I'm waiting for something to like walk out. Yeah, I live in one of those areas. People still wave. I have like two neighbors, one way down there and one way down there. I live on a road where, well, yeah, I'm in BFE. Like, my nearest Walmart's like 45 minutes. We do have a Dollar General. We actually have two. One's super crappy that's like 15-20 minutes away, and then another one it's like 25-30 minutes away that's like a market. But of course, we have a Dollar General because leave it to my town to get a Dollar General before we get internet. Yeah, I don't have Wi-Fi. I can't get internet here. Anyway, the end. I don't know why I'm still talking. Another 5 minutes of pointless BS. Amazing wallet. I'm excited, dude. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go message you now because The end. Next video.